So this week, the NFL world is abuzz with the news of Drew Brees potentially returning to the NFL. This is stemming from news that he not only left NBC Sports, but also news that he is now really weighing his options as far as what his future might hold. And it all has to do with a tweet that went out earlier this week. Here's that tweet. It's from Drew Brees' account. It says, quote, "Despite speculation from the media about my future this fall, I'm currently undecided. I may work for NBC. I may play football again. I may focus on business and philanthropy. I may train for the pickleball tour, senior golf tour." So some golf tours there, obviously. Coach my kids or all of the above. I'll let you know. So Drew Brees, with that comment, caused a lot of people, they immediately went to, I may play football again. And now the entire NFL world is like, not only did Tom Brady come back after 40 days of retirement, you're telling me Drew Brees might come back after a year gone from the NFL? So just to break down what we know so far, we know that Drew Brees left NBC Sports because I think the reports are that he did not fit in well with the studio environment, or he didn't like that as much as he would like calling games. There's that part of the story. And there's the other part of the story where he is legitimately weighing his options. We do have a report from Peter King, I believe, who says that a source close to Drew Brees said that he is, quote, not playing football. We also have Dennis Allen, who is now the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, the team that Brees retired with, that he played with for the majority of his Hall of Fame career, saying about that comment, specifically about Drew Brees playing football, quote, "I think the comment was made in jest." So he's not taking that too seriously. And look, here's the thing. The one thing I've learned about, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment, NFL, NBA, pro wrestling, whatever, in the past few years is never say never. People want to point to the fact that Drew Brees is 43 years old and he hasn't played football for a year, and immediately disqualify him from even the idea that he would want to return to football, or that he would return to football. People said the same thing about Tom Brady. Tom Brady's 45. He's about to return to the NFL a year after having a really good season. By the way, Drew Brees, his last year in the league, 2020, granted he missed, I believe, like 6 or 7 games due to injury, but he still put up some pretty good numbers for a 40-plus-year-old quarterback. He had nearly 3,000 yards in 12 games, 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 7.5 yards per attempt, and a 70% completion percentage, because that's what Drew Brees does. He just completes above 70% of his passes every single year. One of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time. The best player never to win the MVP, period. I mean, Drew Brees has done a lot, and I know there is there's got to be some voice in his head, at least to an extent. He might be at peace with it, but there's always that little notch in your head saying, it would be so cool to go out with the Super Bowl. It would be so cool to do that. I'm just saying, do not weigh him out of that. Andrew Marchand also reported that Brees was leaving after one season, again, because he preferred to be an analyst for games, whereas NBC saw him really as more of a studio guy in the Football Night in America thing. Drew Brees now leaving NBC, this could open up the option of him going over to Fox now, because we know that Fox they have this big deal with Tom Brady, right? This monstrous $300+ million deal with Tom Brady after Tom Brady retires, if Tom Brady ever retires. So after he's done, he's going to go over to Fox Sports to be the lead analyst. But currently, that position is pretty open. They need a football analyst for those Football Night in America games, that they love to brag about on Fox. Why not try Drew Brees? Yeah, I believe he did do a game last year, And he was pretty good at it. I liked listening to Drew Brees. I think he is very good at articulating the game, and especially for the NFL viewers to make it easy to understand, to make it easy to see what's going on the field. And I think he can translate well in that primetime type of role with Fox. So don't be surprised if he chooses to go to Fox and he's one of the lead analysts there, at least a placeholder for Tom Brady in the meantime of whenever he retires. So look, the possibilities for Drew Brees at the age of 43 are endless at this point. He could go back to doing the thing he was doing when he was like 23. Or he could go and be an analyst for Fox or another station and make a lot of money. Either way, he's going to get paid. No matter what Drew Brees does, he is going to get paid. Craziness. 43 years old, and he's still got so many options. But you love to see it. You love to see people thriving. Guys, let me know what you guys think. What is Drew Brees going to do? Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.